Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. Here I talk about domestic violence. Like we all know, it has become a serious virus, I would say. Like it's taking so many lives every day, especially in the African community. So I believe something has to be done, and that's why I'm doing this video. And being a domestic violence survivor, I know how painful and how difficult it is, how dangerous it is also. It is not an easy place to be in, and it's not, um, you know, something that we should just overlook. Because there are not people, like people just go through it, they don't speak out. They just, like look at it as nothing. But I've chosen to use my experience, what I went through, to be a blessing, to share my experience to people. I'm not ashamed to say that I've been a victim. So I believe that God saved my life, that I'll be able to save other people's life. So if you are in an abusive relationship, whether you are married or you are in a relationship, maybe like courting or, boyfriend, girlfriend situation, and you are in an abusive relationship, I want to tell you that it is a dangerous zone to be in. You don't want to risk losing your life. So nothing good comes out of domestic violence. Having said that, today I want to talk about the math and the facts concerning domestic violence. Some people think that, you hear some people say, oh, is the abuser, if the abuser is truly sorry and promises to change, the abuse will stop. Yes, that's what people believe. But can I tell you, can I shock you? These are just, this particular statement is just one of the ways that an abuser uses to keep the victim. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what pushed me. I don't know why I did that. Please forgive me. It will not happen again. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I did not mean to hurt you. I truly love you. I love you. I can't live without you. This and that. They use that sweet talk and make you feel like they were sorry. Sometimes it's a game. Sometimes they don't change. As a matter of fact, it continues. It even gets worse. It gets worse. So when somebody hits you once, comes and say, I'm sorry, I don't know what pushed me. I'm sorry. I truly love you. Please forgive me. The next time repeated it. Listen, don't expect it to change. It's not going to change. It's not going to change. It will not change. Don't expect it to change. It will even get worse. I'm telling you, it does not get better. It's a dangerous place to be. So I will encourage you to end it, end the relationship. End the relationship. The reason being that your life is in danger. You might not live to tell the story. You might not live, just as I said, I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I made it alive and I'm here sharing my experience, But so many people were not that lucky. I know of a lady personally that died. What killed her? Her husband killed her. Domestic violence. Her case, she was so, I don't want to, call the cops. I don't want to involve the cops, because this is a father to my children, my father's children. I don't want to, mess up his career and all that. But guess what? He will change. He keeps saying he will change. I believe he will change. He never changed. And that cost her her life. So it's not a good place to be in. Second myth is the victim, personality seeks out the reason is the abuser, the victim that really encourages, because of what she did, that encourages the abuse. Can I shock you? That is not true. An abuser is an abuser. Whether you he's involved with an angel, he will still abuse the person. An abuser is an abuser. And the truth is, there is no, there is nothing, there is no excuse. There is nothing that we can say that an abuser will say that this is why I did this is why I did that. You made up your mind to hit the person. You made up your mind to abuse, to get into violence. You make up your mind. You are the one that did it. So this is, some of the things that, like this one saying that, oh, the abused made me do it. The victim made me do it. The way she spoke to me or the way she reacted made me do it. No. They try to, push the blame to the victim instead of taking responsibility of the action. That is one of their ways. That is one of their ways. I'm saying this so that we'll recognize what it is. So we don't just say, oh, yeah, it happened, it's not just, it's nothing. And we keep staying in that dangerous situation. They use that to blame the victim, to say, yeah, it's because of the way you talk to me. If you hadn't talked to me that way, I wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't have done that. No, they made that conscious decision to hit the person, to be violent. So they should take responsibility, So when that person, when you keep hearing, you made me do it, you start to feel like, oh, I'm bad. Maybe it's what I did, it's what I did, it's this. You kind of accept the blame. And the abuse continues. It doesn't get better. It continues. Some also use alcohol, or drugs. They say, honey, I drank a lot. I took a lot yesterday, so I didn't know what I was doing. Somehow that, kind of contributed it to make it worse, but it's not an excuse. That you took alcohol does not mean that you should be an abuser, that you should abuse the person. No, it's not an excuse to be violent. It's not an excuse. When the person keeps telling you, yeah, because I had a lot yesterday to drink. I had a lot, to drink yesterday. That's why, I didn't know when I did it. I'm sorry, I didn't know. No, tomorrow they will have a lot to drink. Tomorrow, the next tomorrow, it continues. It doesn't get better. And your life is in danger. What do we need to do? We have to stand up. Take action. Take action. Be bold enough to step away from abuse. Be bold enough to step away. People will say what they want to say. But your life is your life. Nobody can live it for you. Your life is your life. Nobody can live it for you. I remember my own time being a Christian, being a minister. I was ashamed because what will people say? What will people say? What will people say? But I was dying. I knew I was dying. I was in a dangerous situation. But because I was so concerned about what will people say, I stayed. I stayed. Like I said again, I thank God that I'm alive to share it. Not everybody is alive, to share their story. So if you're in an abusive relationship, be bold enough to walk away. Be bold enough to walk away. Yes, you can pray. You can pray outside that person when you have separated from that person. I'm not saying that God cannot change people. Yes, God can change people, but He can only change people that wants to be changed. That wants to be changed. Not people making excuses for their fault, making excuses for their wrongdoings. There is no excuse. When you are wrong, you are wrong. When you earnestly ask the Lord to forgive you from the bottom of your heart, you cry unto the Lord, say, I don't want to be an abuser. I don't want to be an abuser. I don't want to be an abuser. God help me. You cry unto the Lord and you mean it from your heart. I believe that God can help you. God can help you. But you, the victim, you can step aside and pray. You can step aside, separate yourself from that environment to pray. Because you might not live tomorrow to see to see your end. So it's a very dangerous situation. Let us say no to domestic violence. Nothing good comes out of it. It's destroying a lot of people. Nothing good comes out of it. Let's say no to it. And there is no excuse for violence. No excuse. Thank you. Also, join me next week again as I will be uploading more videos. Feel free to share. Feel free to like, comment. Let me know what you think. And if there's any topic that you want me to talk about, please do go ahead and comment. Let me see what you think. Thank you for joining me. God bless.